Hi, I'm Sharon Brennan here, Cottage Lane Stamper, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And thank you for joining me today. I'm going to show you a fun fold using Dress to Impress stamp set, which has got some beautiful things, especially for Mother's Day. And it's got some fun stamps, some lipstick, perfume, some dots, shoes, and also the all dressed up dies. They're so much fun. And I made this little tote. Be a great idea for a Mother's Day gift. Put some gift card in there, or some candy. Okay, I've pre-cut all the pieces here, and I'll show you what we're going to be using. The cardstock is 30 Flamingo, and it's 4, excuse me, I try to focus in, 4 1/4 by 11, and then score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. And then this is petal pink. It is 2 3/4 by 10, score at 4 3/4 and 7 1/2. Sorry, that's Blushing Bride. I get them mixed up all the time. Then I've got the Fine Art Floral DSP, and this piece is cut 4 by 5 1/4. And that'll be for the front of the card. And then I have a piece of DSP, the reverse side, 4 1/2 by 2 1/2, and 4 by 2 1/2, and another piece 4 by 2 1/2. 2 of those. I love how you can use the front and the back of the DSP at the same time. Gives it a different look. And then I have piece 2 1/2, 2 1/2, and 2 1/4 by 2 1/2, and basic white. Those will be panels for the front. And then I'm using the layering circles die, and this is the scallop circle. It's 2 1/2 inches wide. And then I'm using 30 Flamingo, and I'm cutting one of the middle, for the middle layer, it's 2 3/8 inch circle. And then a smaller circle that's 2 1/8 inch. And that will be stamping on. So I'm going to get the die cutting out of the way here first. So I'll be right back. Get my stuff. And I'm back, and I've got these all die cut out. So there's the scallop one, and that'll be the largest, and then 30 Flamingo and the Whisper White. And that's the order in which they'll be layered. I'm going to just use a little bit of multi-purpose glue and put my 30 Flamingo layer on there. And then I'm going to grab the stamp from the stamp set, and I'm going to use a background stamp. I love the washes that come in the stamp set for the backgrounds. I use them in a lot of other things too. So, and because I'm using, these are photopolymer stamps, I'll be using my paper piercing mat to give it a little extra cushion. It doesn't have the cushion that the red rubber stamps. So this is 30 Flamingo, the background. Ink it up good and stamp it off once, and then stamp my image. There, that's good. And then for the perfume bottle, I'm going to use gray granite. I like it because it's more of a subtle look. I don't want real dark, like black memento. If I was doing any kind of stamping blend coloring, I'd use the black memento, but I'm just going to leave it like this. And then we're going to put those together. And I'm going to use a little multi-purpose glue again. And center that as best I can. And set that aside for a little bit. Now we'll put the rest of our card together. The Z fold it's really a fun fold and fun to make, I mean. And they go together pretty easily. So I'm going to burnish my score lines. Let's see, I'm trying to decide which way I want this to go here. And that's the Z. So that'll be the front of the card. Let's see. And there's my inside piece. That's 4 by 5 1/4. And let's see, which way do I want it to go? Nope. Nope, I was right the first time. We got that in. And now I just noticed that this does have kind of a direction, the paper does to it. And so the main piece there, the background wash, is kind of going horizontal. And the pieces I cut are kind of going vertical. So I'm going to take another piece of the same and cut it the right direction. So my paper trimmer in. And these are, let's see, these two pieces are 4 by 2 1/2. So I'm going to cut the 2 1/2 first. And then turn it and cut my 4-inch pieces. Well, I guess this piece already is 4 inches. I forgot. Is it? No, it's not quite 4. It's a little bit more than 4. So, cut them now. I have my background pieces going the same direction. I can get that out of there. There we go. Yeah, that's done. Set that aside. And get those two out of the way. So now they are going the same direction as the background wash is going the same direction as the larger piece. So put some glue on there. I find that using multi-purpose glue is more forgiving and you're able to line it. So sometimes you have to watch because I've accidentally moved it after I've gotten it down and then it's crooked. So and line that one up here. Now notice the pattern is even continuous there. So that's good. Now we'll do the Z-fold part. This is 2 3/4 by 10, and it's scored at 4 3/4 and 7 1/2. On this side, the wider part will go on the front. It'll be just the reverse of the other piece. So this is 4.5 by 2.5. I love this color here. And I don't have to worry about direction because I'm only using the one piece. Excuse me. I'm going to glue that down with our multi-purpose glue. And then got my 2 white pieces, and one is just 1/4 of an inch larger than the other. So one's 2.5 by 2.5, one's 2.5 by 2.25. So the larger one will go in the middle. Get all my post-it notes out of the way. And we'll just use some glue again for this. Like I said, these cards go together very quickly. Center that. Get that down. Now normally the right-hand panel will be for your sentiment. If you want to, or if you want to stamp a verse or something like that, handwrite something. And normally I don't glue things down before I stamp them, because sometimes I goof up, but I wasn't thinking. So now we're gonna stamp, use the same background stamp with the Flirty Flamingo again, and stamp it off and stamp it down. And I don't know why I'm not using the paper piercing mat. See, it doesn't give a really good image there, but it's going to be covered up by the sentiment. So, and now you know why I stamp them first before gluing them down. We're going to use Hello Fabulous stamp. And I think I'm going to use Poppy Parade because it's a color that's in the paper, and it'll be a nice dark, it's like a few shades darker than the Flirty Flamingo. It'll go really nicely with it. So stamp that right there. There, it looks good. Blends really well. And there we have our Z fold done. Kind of a messy crafter, so I'm going to take, if I want to use this river or not. Well, I changed my mind. I'm going to use some gray granite, give it a little bit more color, and I'm going to use about, let's see, let's tie it around here first and see how much I'll need. I wasn't quite sure. I'll flip it around. It's easier for me to tie that way because I'm left-handed most of the time. Tie the bow and see. I have a bad habit of getting off camera here. Zoomed in too far. So it's about 17 inches I'll cut off. Use my fabric scissors. And we're going to tie this around here. And flip it around. I'm going to show you a little trick I use. It's hard for me to tie bows. So what I've done in the past is taken my blue dots, and I'll take one. With my paper piercing tool, I lift it off, and then I place it where the bow is the ribbon's gonna come together. Sorry, I'm off camera here. And then I press where the bows cross. There we go. I press it down there and it holds it while I tie it. So kind of see that. You can see the glue dot just a little bit. And if you want to afterwards, you can always remove it. So tie my bow. I love this soft glimmery ribbon. It's called the shimmer ribbon. It's got really nice texture to it and it ties really easy. So I'll just adjust this a little bit. Get it centered. I'll try it a different way. Sometimes if I reverse the way the bow goes, it makes a nicer bow. So just twisted it as I tied it from one side to the other. What was going to be right is now left, and vice versa. So even these out. And you don't want the ribbon to extend past the edge of the card. Yeah, got that. I'll just trim off the ends a little bit. Trim that angle there. Oh. I'll get some of these pieces of paper out of the way. Okay, now we'll bring our card back. Bring our circle back in, and we're going to put some dimensionals behind it. And I use every bit of my dimensionals. Use all the edges up once all the center is gone. So. And on a circle, I usually like to put 3. I'm not sure why, but usually put 3 dimensionals on there. So peel off the backing, get that out of the way. And center that. There we go. And now we will let's close this up. Bring our other card back in. And I'm going to close it to see how it aligns and where I can put the glue. So try to center it from top to bottom. And then put glue where the closed pieces are, so I know how far over to go on the left-hand side. So put some right over the back. And when you do a Z-fold or any kind of fun fold that's going to be kind of interactive, you want to make sure you use a good adhesive. So either multi-purpose glue, tear and tape, or the Stampin' Seal Plus is good. And like I said, glue, you can move it around a little bit. So there we have it. There's our fun fold. Isn't that adorable? I love it. It's actually called a double Z fun fold, because you have 2 Z's here. So if you like this, I hope you did. You can buy the supplies at my website. I'll have it listed, and then all the information will be on my blog, cottagelane.blogspot.com, and join my Facebook group page. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for stopping in.